beware, tears his ears as if a pair of shears. Impaired with ferrying, carry ferry airlings through our heroes' fear. A glare is theirs, but very scared. One rears unsparing spares that nearly sear, whose daring is more fearless than the fiercest bears. So there he stares, comparing gears and blaring bears. Flares the sheer despairs, the terror appears, parrying where it pierces where. Prepared he wears on where a wary swear he hears. A shared, a sneering beard is smeared, ensnaring hears. A fair care, beware his barrel. In the scuffle, he pulls his knuckle. The bullet busts through the muscle, removes a chunk or two from him's fluid sputtered pools, puddle oozes under his shoes, rubbers, drools, bloodies too sudden, loses color and truths becoming it. Soon as nothing but a tooth in front of him. Two pulling, one of them scoops the cover. What's loose from Gonson's useful thumbprints. Movements tough with each grueling function. Slowly up he stumbles, woolsleaf drunken to how cruel the sun is. Blindness behind his eyelids, on his iris. Horrors, hours out of darkness. When tomorrow sparkling orange hours. Ardor starts to warm the waters. Arm discharges his cartridge, card chest and cartilage and then karma's carnage. He barks a large mess caused by the stink of rotting carcass, mixed with the stench of the garbage cartons that's thickened by the fire's harshness. He squints and marches limping farther, startled still by a star's glint, then trips and falls stiff in garments dripping onto where cars get black. Then there, a man in an ambulance, on a chair with a slant and barely catching any panting breaths for air to get some random paramedics put their hands on him and spare him from a phantom stare of deadness. In the transient blend of awareness with the trance like mare his head's in while they're transplanting his carriage to a managed carry section of the damage. Then a caramel tinged damsel, sterile utensils connect his branded skin. Narrow twins,
The name's Clara.
says her with a handsome grin. And for a moment light becomes for glowless grayish blur, but chained his force from snowy whiteness unto the stone-esque shades was first. His face then turns towards broken knives, cut both that painfully hurt. It frames a certain someone pointing higher so they may converse. Away that person jumps and boldly flies up towards the place she works, exclaims, "Where's my stuff, my clothes?" She sounds on twib, most hang his shirt's naked. The nurse uncomfortably closes his eyes, he goes to exchange the skirtings raced when hers come to open widely.
Oh, but wait, you're hurt.
After he parts, when our planet's axis arcs with last of our vanishing stars, tannish orange for latter parts of astral art. His half his park where he'd asked him bark, and the flapping scars of their masking tarps dancing lark as he answers, "Heart, your path is smart but rather hard, and these drastic sparring matches are what have you marked with battle scars. Yet your practice mars the savage hearts of who attack and harm, so when the badger sparks, you'll grant them war. You're the shadow guard. As if but a dream, cause that new pal just flew through clouds. And when the city he's seen some unusual nouns with inhuman prowess that exist in the streets. Congruous gowns but superpowers are the difference between what to do now. Have you run out of any pills for you to eat? It's true I've counted few. His mouth says you should visit Aziz. The swooping bounty shoots down about as swift as was breed. The sound, if removes his cowl and is what he sees. He is what he sees. And if his waiting where he seeks doses, the shade of his beaten sheet cloak and the paste of his ease is bleach coat or adjacent. So when they bleed slow or gray, would it meet and be both? His days is extreme when he goes to state that I really need those. Great, please give me a moment. He skates a seat to his feet close, a safe with a secret breach code and a label that reads placebo. He takes it and peels his sleeve off, relaying the sweets in the weak toss. Thanks, Aziz. When he leaves though, in his way is his eager ego. Why keeping high teeth? Cries he to a lie scene. It might seem he'll try and sweep the crime scene of his ID, but you'll die fleeing to the side street of the 5 deceased. His type reaps, defines, greed provides, each his lies when demon slime heeds. I'll succeed. And kind he redefines the team's design, retreats and climbs to leap. His mind reading guide foresees decline, such needless pride. Aziz beside agrees, the guy is free. Behind creeps demise for keener eyes to beings blind from fleeting pipe dreams. So their routes to his view spot that's across the street from Shelley's place. From where about the suited copied saw with speed it quickly raced to the warehouse with a tooth dropped. Then he lost to the beast who then escaped. He's there now on that rooftop, but his thought streams who already waits. Beware child, for if you're shot and fall via a deadly fate, I'll fare foul and two trod in the whole dean for man or slain. If you care about her, choose not, you ought to please. But if you stay, no prayers from mouths will boost you up, cause crossing me's a big mistake. Minus the apprehension of grasp on if's information of why he'd have to prevent the exaction of vengeance chasing. He tries to grab him, but then he's too fast, so we can't evade him. His tiresome thrashing spent on the jabs that he gently sways from. His mind reacts with indelibly masterful hitting placement. Lies. He bashes his head in establishing skin abrasions, finally collapsing, mentally frazzled and enervated, subsiding if slackens and unabashed by decisions made. Then he fears unusually nimble and cuts the sky where blowing winds are formed. The sears 2 feet lift him up and rise afloat a pending storm. The blear of blooming drizzle touches eyes and soaks them when it pours, which merely mutes the quip if someone snidely's whole intent to scorn. As their exuberant singer hums the lively notes of several scores. Theory proved much simpler once inspired, no one gets it more. Years removed since her, what was white as gold is dimming for. He peers into her window uttering, I don't know you anymore.